Joey Meek, self-proclaimed best friend of admitted Emmanuel AME church shooter Dylan Roof, is out of jail tonight. Just 2 months ago, Meek was a free man, and now he's facing federal charges for allegedly lying to investigators about what he knew about Roof's plans. Now, let's take a quick look at the timeline that led to his arrest.
On the evening of June 17th, Dylan Roof shot and killed 9 parishioners during an Emmanuel AME Bible study. Investigators say days before that, Roof told Meek of his plans. Then July 2nd, investigators announced they were looking into Roof's associates to see whether any of them had previous knowledge of his plans.
Then on September 17th, Meek was arrested on charges he failed to tell police about Roof's plans and lying to investigators about what he knew of those plans. The next day, Meek pled not guilty to those charges.
That same day, Meek's bond was set at $100,000. Less than 2 weeks ago, that bond lowered to $25,000, and today, that bond was paid and Meek left jail. But Matt Alba joins us live in the studio and tells us there are some stipulations to his release. Matt?
Hey, good evening, guys. Well, among the stipulations are things like not leaving South Carolina, living with his grandparents, and he has to take a mental health test. Earlier today, we were in Columbia asking questions about Meek's future as the federal investigation continues. On Wednesday evening, 21-year-old Joey Meek walked out of prison. No longer behind bars, he covered his face with a bag and a book.
Any comment?
News 2 was here today at the federal courthouse in Columbia as Joey Meek was released. Now, we were out front right here as his defense attorney and his grandmother, who paid his bond, walked out of the courtroom.
Meek's mother and his grandmother, who also covered her face, didn't say much.
Will you provide any comment?
Meek's attorney, Deborah Barbier, also denied our request for comment.
Would you provide any comment? Have a good afternoon.
On Wednesday, the judge issued a handful of stipulations to keep Meeks out of pretrial confinement. First, Meek is not allowed to get a passport or leave South Carolina. He is required to wear an ankle monitor and stay with his grandparents. Next, he is not allowed to have contact with any of the victims or witnesses in this case. That includes his brothers and his girlfriend. He will also be subject to a mental health test and undergo substance abuse treatment. Meek nor his family spoke to media today, but he did talk to NBC News shortly after the shooting, describing Dylan Roof as a best friend.
I'm speechless. I don't really know. It hit me hard, you know. Seeing the best friend on there that you've known for 7 years and do something like this it's pretty crazy.
Right now, there's no word on when Meek is back in court, but we do know that the federal judge overseeing Dylan Roof's case will also oversee Joey Meek's case. Live in the studio, Matt Alba, News 2.
Thanks, Matt. When Meek is back in court, it will be at the federal courthouse here in Charleston.